Hi, good evening, everyone. Um, Welcome to Utah Live webinar. I hope you all already enjoy your lunch. All right, I'm so glad to see you all here. All right, just let me introduce myself. My name is Laila from the Division of Program Promotion, University Tunku Abdul Rahman from this Sungai Long campus. All right, today webinar is from the Faculty of Creative Industry. We have program preview for Master of Communication. All right, after the topic sharing, there is a Q&A session. So if you have any question, please click at the QA buttons below the screen, and don't forget to also fill in the evaluation form. All right. Actually, Zoom is our main platform, but at the same time, we're also live in our official Facebook page, Utah for You. So if you have any friend or family member yet to register in Zoom, so do join us in our Facebook page, Utah for You. All right. Without wasting any time, I would like to invite our speaker today, Mr. Bae Chun Chi, to start his talk. But before that, by the way, Mr. Bae is our head of the program for Master of Communication from Faculty of Creative Industry. He is very expert in film study, video editing, and also video production. And actually, he is graduated from University of Science Malaysia from Bachelor of Communication Films and Television, and also Master of Communication for Screen Study. All right, I would like to invite Mr. Bae to start his talk. Welcome, Mr. Bae.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Laila. Hi, my name is Bae. So I'm going to first share my slides. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about the master programs that's offered under Faculty of Creative Industries. So first of all, the whole program, the Master of Communication program, actually provides the candidates with the opportunity to pursue their interest in research about management of media organizations, communication policy, and planning, which will broaden their career options. Candidates will also study various aspects of communication to better understand its functions and its influence on organizations and societies. In terms of the program itself, this program is structured towards academic performance, and skills in critical thinking and inquiry will produce graduates to cater to the needs of various media, mass communication, and related professions. So in a nutshell, this program generally are targeting towards the field of media, communication, and also the other major industries that's related to it. For example, public relations, marketing, advertising, journalism, broadcasting. So this, because it's a master, a postgraduate level, so it plans to hone the skills of critical thinking, analytical skills, and also academic writing. Okay. So generally, the learning outcomes for these programs are students will be able to apply knowledge and understandings of a wide range of research methods and data collection procedures. And students will further develop their understanding and knowledge about paradigms, theories, and models that have played a role in the development of communication research. Students will also be able to apply the issues in communications. For example, issues in policy and planning, management issues in communication, etc. And also will be able to analyze trends and apply them in the communication industries in relation to various theoretical frameworks. Now, under our faculty, Master of Communication, we have two structures. Structure A is a full research mode, while structure B is mixed mode. So I'm going to go into detail of both these structures. Now, first, Master of Arts in Communication, or in short, MACOM, is the structure A full research mode that I just told you. The intake is, because it's full research mode, so the intake will be throughout the year. So any interested students can actually apply it all year through. Okay, and the duration of studies for this structure, for this mode, full-time students will have to study a minimum of 2 years to a maximum of 4 years, while part-time students, minimum is 3 years, while maximum will be 6 years. Okay, and you can see on the last row is the indicative fees. For Malaysian, we accept students to study full-time and part-time, so the fees are indicated there. For international students, it's only full-time studies are allowed, and of course the fees will be slightly higher compared to local students. Now, for Master of Arts Communication, Structure A, research mode, as you can see, there are actually two main components to the whole course structure. The main one, of course, will be the thesis. For thesis, you will need to write 20,000 to 60,000 words of research, academic research. Okay, but before that, or concurrently, you need to take 2 courses. They are communication theory and also communication research methods. So these are the courses, the taught courses that you need to attend while you are writing the proposal for your thesis. Both of these courses, com theory and com research methods, you only need to pass them. There will not be grade awarded to both of these courses. Okay, so you need to complete it. Now, for Master of, oh, sorry, I think there is a mistake. Maybe I should quickly correct them. Okay, please give me a minute. All right, for Master of Communication, this will be the structure B, the mixed mode. Okay, the intake, because this involves taught courses that will be graded, so we have to follow the semester system, or we name it trimester system in Utah. So the intake will then be following the 3 trimesters that we are having the semester, the trimester, January, May, and September. So from next year onwards, 2021, all 3 trimesters will be equal in terms of their durations. All are 12 weeks of teaching weeks, followed by exams. So the intake will be 3 times a year. For duration of studies, full-time students will spend a minimum of 1.5 years to a maximum of 4 years, while part-time students will be spending 2 years to 6 years to complete this Master of Communication. The indicated fees is shown here. So Malaysian students can take it either full-time or part-time, while international students, the same case, only allowed full-time. For Master of Communication, MCOM, Structure B, mixed mode, there are 3 components that the students will need to complete in order to graduate from this master program. The first one will be the core courses. The core courses means that you are compulsory to take all 4 courses, which are communication theory, quantitative research methods, qualitative research methods, managerial seminar in communications. So these 4 courses will all be graded, and you will have to complete them before you are allowed to take your dissertation. Right? So as you can see, all these compulsory courses or core courses are trying to equip you with all the research knowledge and skills that you will need in order to start your dissertation. Now, for elective courses, which is the second component, you will need to choose 3 courses out of these 8 courses that's offered. Okay, so 3 courses you can choose from either strategic advertising management, sustainability communication, mobile communication and society, media management, media relations and engagement, advanced corporate comm, health communications, politics in media age. So you can mix and match according to your interests, and also more importantly, you choose the courses that will benefit you the most to start your research project in order to do your dissertation. Okay. For example, if you are interested in terms of the media organizations, what you can do is actually choose media management. You can choose media relations and engagement. And another one will depends on what are the specific area that you're interested in. So if you're interested in advertising, then you choose the strategic advertising management. If you are interested in public relations, then you choose or corporate communication, then you choose advanced corporate communication. If you're interested in terms of politics, then you choose politics, so on and so forth. So with these 8 courses, we are giving you different choices according to your interests. And then, of course, we come to the last component, which is the dissertation. For dissertation, it's the mini thesis that you need to write. The word counts that you're supposed to write are within 10,000 words to 12,000 words. As you can see, this is about half of the word counts for the full research compared to the full research mode. Okay. Now, I would like to introduce some of the teaching staff that are going to teach some of the core courses or the elective courses. And also, they will be able to advise you or supervise you in terms of your thesis or dissertation. Okay, so some of the teaching staff that are listed here, you can actually refer to their research interests. Okay, as you can see, actually it's quite diverse and vast, as long as it is related to media or communication or the related industries. You'll be able, you can actually choose all this area to do your dissertation or your thesis. Okay, so we have Professor Ray, who is mainly visual communications, cultural studies, arts, critical theories, while Dr. Sharon Wilson is more towards the journalism sides and also the gender studies, and also crime, criminology. Not so much of forensic or criminology, but more in terms of crime reporting. Okay, and we have Mr. Tinovan, who is who the research area will encompass PR and advertising and marketing communication. We also have our Dean of SCI, Dr. David Tay. Dr. David is from the language department, but he is also able to supervise in terms of digital culture, communication, and as well as social movement. Dr. Priscilla Moses will more towards educational technology, but she is also very expert in terms of quantitative research methods. We have Dr. Santiran Sinapan. Dr. Santiran, as you can see, his research interests are actually quite vast. And also, he is a recipient of a FRGS research funding, and he's currently doing a project on e-cigarette. So things is like this. For example, if some of our teaching staff have research funding and projects on hand, if any of the postgraduate, master, or PhD students are interested to work as a research assistant for Dr. Santiran, for example, then they can actually get a monthly allowance with helping the supervisors in completing some of the data collection, for example, and also maybe some help in certain analysis. Okay. So it's important for any of the interested students to get to know the potential lecturers and supervisors, so that when you are planning for your dissertation and thesis, you know who you can approach for advice, and subsequently, they can be your supervisor. Okay. Then we have Dr. Chong. Dr. Chong is more interested in the political communication, media representations, Malaysian political scenes, and religion. While Dr. Niao is in sociology, but she's also the expert in terms of qualitative research methods. Dr. Tana Silan. Dr. Tana Silan is expert in the advertising, branding, financial communications, sustainability communications, all this area that he is expert in. We also have Dr. Seal. Again, it's a very vast research interest area, but mostly to do with e-learning, multimedia learning, and educational technology. And we also have Dr. Carmen Ng. Dr. Carmen Ng is interested in visual arts, history and practice, Malaysian art scenes, film theories, and fictional cinema, as well as teaching and creative teaching methods. We also have Dr. Andrew Lu, who are interested in heritage tourism and culture, ethnicity, nationalism, documentary filmmaking. We have Dr. Silali, who is expert in the media and culture area, communication and leadership. Dr. Lim Sujin will be expert in the advertising area, creative thinking and gender studies. We also have Dr. Chin Yiman and Dr. Ho Yin Chan, both are in the, again, in the political scenes. And we have Dr. Noor Aslili, who are mainly into gender studies, ethnic relations, culture and identity. Okay, so these are the list, but they are by no means exhaustive, and we do have other teaching staff. In fact, out of all the staff in Faculty of Creative Industry, we do have about, well, close to 100 lecturers who are able to supervise master students according to their different area of expertise. Okay. Now, I would like to talk a little bit about entry requirements for both Master of Communication and Master of Arts in Communication. Okay, so if you hold a bachelor degrees with a CGPA of 2.75 and above in the related field, so related to media, related to communication, then you will be well, approved in terms of your admission to these master programs. Or if you have the degree of a related field, however, your CGPA is between 2.50 and 2.75, then you are subjected to a rigorous assessment. By rigorous assessment, it also means that you will need to sit for an exam, which may or may consist of both written tests as well as oral interview to determine whether or not you are ready for to take the master programs. Okay, so this test itself is subjected to the faculty's approval of your entry. Okay, and if you are having that degree of related field, but your CGPA is between 2.0 to 2.5, on top of the rigorous assessment that which I just talked about, you also need to possess and show evidence of at least 5 years of relevant working experience in the or research experience in the related field. Okay. So, which means that you probably have to, you cannot be fresh out from bachelor degree, but with some working experience. Or any other academic qualifications equivalent to number 1, number 2, number 3 from another recognized university, then in that case, it will follow the same rules. But whether or not it's equivalent is subject to the approval of the faculty, IPSR, the Institute of Postgraduate Studies, and also the Senate to approve your entry. Okay, and in addition to the academic requirement, so you are also required to meet a certain English language requirement. So for this English language requirement, I will not talk much about it. I think you can refer to our Department of Program and Promotions, or IPSR, to find out more. But in a nutshell, if you are having IELTS, then the entry requirement will be 6.0. All right. So if you do not have the English language requirement, you are required to sit for them and obtain the necessary band or mark. Okay. Now, because research is very important for both the master programs, our library facilities are equally important, and we definitely have possessed books, enough books and reference material for students to peruse. So we have the main library from Kampar campus, and we also have Mary Kwok Library from the Sungai Long campus. So for FCI, we are actually located at Sungai Long campus. Then of course, you will have access to the Mary Kwok library. But if the reading materials or any kind of references that you need from the Kampar campus, you can always request from them, and then we will courier or send it over to Sungai Long. Okay, so this is the table showing the number of collections of books and titles that is related to both the master programs. Okay, as you can see, it's actually a huge number of them, and we do subscribe to, we do bought ebooks for your perusal. And these are some of the databases and research tools that we have subscribed to. And these are some of the journals that that's available. And of course, there are also countless of online journals that you can access through our library website. Okay. Well, because both master programs require students to do some sort of research, thesis, or dissertation, it is important that I brief all of you about the supervisory procedures that we are having in FCI. Okay, so for full research students, in the beginning of your study, you will already need to find two supervisors for your thesis, main supervisors as well as co-supervisors. Okay, and preferably both supervisors are from Faculty of Creative Industries. If you do have other supervisors from the other institution that you feel strongly that can supervise you, then we will we'll be glad to appoint that supervisors as the co-supervisors. But all these are subject to the faculty approval. Okay, so both the supervisors will assist students in their research proposal defense and in their writing of thesis or dissertation. Okay, so for Master of Communication mixed mode students, where you need to write the mini thesis or the dissertation, both thesis and dissertation students, you will need to meet up with your supervisors twice a month. Okay, twice a month for full-time students, and about 15 times for the part-time students. Okay, and that meeting with your supervisors, the supervisors will generate bi-monthly log, and then also every half of the year, the supervisors will write progressive reports and will submit those reports to me and also for IPRSR, so that we can track the progress of your research writing. Okay, and all Structure A full-time students, once you start your study, you will have 6 months and also for part-time students, you have 1 year to complete your proposal defense, meaning to get it approved. All Structure B mixed mode students, full-time students will have 3 months, while part-time students will have 6 months to complete their proposal defense. Okay, I think I'm probably going to skip this slide, Okay. Okay, I would like to introduce our external examiner for our master programs. She is Associate Professor Catherine Gomez. She's from the RMIT University from Australia, from School of Media and Communication. So the role of the external examiner is that she will visit our program once every 2 to 3 years, where she will go through all the courses, the syllabus, the assignments that has been submitted. The assignment has been given to the students, the assignments has been completed by the students. She will go through all of them, okay, as well as our whole dissertation process and things like that. She will go through all this, and then she will advise us on the strength and weaknesses of each of the programs and also the courses of it. Okay, and also if there is any examination papers and all this, will also have to go through the external examiner for approval or for improvement. Okay, and this she shall not be confused over the external examiner for dissertation as well as thesis. Okay, that will have to be appointed by your main supervisor. Okay. Also, we have the industry advisor for our master program. He is Mr. Anthony Lee. He's the executive director from Sense Consultancy Group, Sendirian Berhad. His role as an industry advisor is to visit our university, our program, once a year, at least once a year. And as similar to external examiner, he will also need to go through our curriculum, also go through, interview the teaching staff, also interview the students, giving professional lecture and talk. But of course, his focus will mainly from the industry, from the industrial point of view. Okay, so that is our effort to make sure that our program is in line with the industrial needs and expectation. Okay, and also to keep up with the development of the industry. Okay, so that will be the end of my briefing. Okay, so Laila, you can probably take over. Laila. And then we can go on with the Q&A session.
Okay.
Hi, Laila.
Hi, okay. I think we shall start our Q&A session now.
Okay, anyone from the webinar session or from the Facebook live, if you have any question, you can ask me. Or if not, I think Laila, you can also brief them about the appel first, if you want.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bay, for the sharing session. Okay, guys, later we come back to this Q&A session. So you all directly put your question in the box below. All right, guys, if you're interested to these courses, you all can put in application for our next intake. We have October intake to this Institute of Postgraduate Study and Research. All right, and then so before we end, I just let me introduce to you that if you not only this program not only for those who just completed the degree program. So for this master program is also open for those who already completed let's say diploma, plus you also have working experience. you may apply through this appel. Okay, appel actually is under this MQA. So those who have the diploma, let's say your highest qualification is diploma plus you have working experience, you may either apply this. Okay, they have two appel program, appel A and appel C. So appel A is for the admission, right? So appel C is for the credit exemption. So I give you example, like let's say now you have the diploma program. Sorry, your highest qualification is diploma, and then you have working experience, and your age is 30 years old and above. So you can apply for this appel A. Sorry, appel A, you will have this aptitude test. You have to you have to submit to the MQA the portfolio. All right, and then after that, you can also apply for this appel C. Appel C is more to the credit exemption. So appel C basically, you use your working experience to get exemption, credit exemption for certain subjects. All right. So meaning to say now, if you did not possess any what's called the higher qualification, but you have the working experience, you may also apply to this program. Okay. And then we also have this Cyber Open Day. Currently, the Cyber Open Day is still running until 30th of August from 9 to 5 p.m. So during this Cyber Open Day, we also have the live webinar. All right, we have something related to the later on in the business, creative industry, and also social science day from 22nd to 30th of August. And this is the list of the upcoming webinar from 24th of August until 30th of August. You can also go through all this info in our website, study.utah.edu.my. Okay. Last but not least, if let's say actually like today webinar also will be recorded in our official Facebook page. So after this, if you all have any inquiry, any question, any application, you all can contact us through this WhatsApp number. We have two WhatsApp number. You can contact either me or we have another one more person in charge, Mr. Tam. Okay, our official Facebook is Utah for you, and then WeChat UtahNet, and also website study.utah.edu.my, and also you can email to ipsr@utah.edu.my or postgrad@utah.edu.my. All right, guys, Mr. Bin, maybe you can see, is there any question from the participants, so you may answer them directly?
Yeah, there's one question from the Q&A section. So the question is, for mixed mode, about the dissertation, should I prepare the research topic first, or faculty will help on it? First, complete some of the courses, the core courses as well as elective courses, then only will come to your dissertation. So the dissertation will most probably happen in your third semester. So starting from the third semester, you need to start to do, while you are doing all your other courses, the core courses and the elective courses, you can start to talk to some of the teaching staff that I have listed just now about your interests. For example, which area that you're interested in doing. So you can approach all the lecturers and ask them for advice, check with them how can. Then, in that case, first you identify who can be your supervisor, and second of all, you can also try to perfect your research area. Okay, but if you really don't have any idea of what research topic that you can do, you can also approach me when you started your study. Okay, I will try to link you up with some of the lecturers uh, that can advise you on it. Or occasionally, our faculty will also have a seminar where the teaching staff or the master students or the PhD students will be presenting their work in progress or even any of the proposal defense. We welcome existing students to attend. So you can actually get some inspiration by attending and listening to their talk and their seminar. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to come up with a research topic first, but eventually you will need to come up with one. Okay, and that will be before you register for your dissertation. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. B, I got one
Oh, that's
question
another one. Yeah.
here from the participant asking. Mr. B, you go first.
Okay, so here's another question from the Q&A. So the person is actually from Bachelor of Business. So is it possible to apply? For Bachelor of Business, first of all, you will need to send your transcript to IPSR or to DPP. And then they will send this transcript of all the courses that you have taken under your Bachelor of Business to us in the faculty. We will then screen through and see whether or not it match or is it equivalent to our requirement. Okay, so if it's equivalent, then in that case, we can accept your application. And if it's not, then the faculty will decide whether or not to give you a rigorous assessment. Then you have to sit for the written test to check whether or not you are ready to take the Master of Communication. Because mainly, I think it would be unfair if we just take you in and then you do not have the necessary basic knowledge and skills in research for communication, then you will struggle and you won't be able to graduate. And I don't think that will be fair to any party, to us, the teaching staff, as well as the students. Yeah. Okay, so there's also another questions. Any online learning? Okay. For online learning, especially during now, since March MCO until now RMCO, all our courses are conducted online. Okay, so and it will be conducted online until at least until the end of this year. So everything is conducted online. But after this, I couldn't say for sure. But before MCO, all the classes are conducted in physical face-to-face in a classroom setting. Okay, so I don't know how it's going to change. And I don't know when we're going to have that vaccine where when life can go back to normal. But yeah, it's too early to tell. How many subjects are we required to take per semester for part-timers? Okay, I think this question was about Master of Communication mixed mode, right? So for mixed mode, core subjects and the elective subjects, we will advise you to take a minimum of one subject, of course, and the maximum of 3 subjects. Or actually, in our university, we call it courses. So 1 to 3 courses. Okay, so it depends. It really depends on how much time you have, because we understand that students who are taking master programs are normally working adults. So your free time to study or attend classes will probably be in the evening or during the weekends. So each course or subjects will normally have a 3 hours lecture. So imagine if you take 3 courses, then out of the week you have to put aside 3 days, 3 evenings to attend the lectures. On top of that, you still have assignments to do. So we do not recommend taking too many subjects. Yeah. And okay, classes by weekend or weekdays. Okay. Uh, Generally, what we do is we have classes during weekdays evening, and the classes normally lecture, 3 hours lecture, and it will be from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Basically, we chose that time uh, to give the working adults some, traveling time from your workplace to the campus to attend the classes. So the classes normally start at 6:30. So 1 hour for you to drive and perhaps have some kind of meal before you come for the classes. And then end it by 9:30 so that it's not too late for you to go home. And occasionally, depends on the needs of the students or the teaching staff. We will have classes in the weekends, but very rare. Okay, so generally, what we're going to do is for weekends, either in the morning class or in the afternoon class, but very rare, very rare. And now during this RMCO period, I think a lot of the students are also working from home. So the timetable tend to be more flexible. So as long as the students, both the students and the teaching and the lecturers are free during certain times, they can arrange or schedule their classes anytime they like. Okay. Next questions is usually around what time okay, I think I have answered that. Okay, so the time of the classes will normally be 6:30 to 9:30 in the evening. Okay, but during this RMCO time, I think some of the students opt for afternoon classes, 2 to 5. Okay. Any other questions, or do you have any questions from the Facebook site, Laila, or the admin of this webinar? Do we have any questions from Facebook?
I got one here asking how many words for thesis, for thesis. I think for both program, she asked the difference. Maybe got difference for thesis, like how many words for Master of Communication, for Master Art Communication.
I think I've covered that just now, but just to recap, structure A, full research mode, because basically you need to do one thesis throughout your whole course, your whole program. So of course the words count will be more. So it's it's 20,000 to 40,000, I believe. I will have to refer to my slides again. Yeah, 20,000 to 60,000 words. Okay, so that's pretty normal. But for structure B, because the dissertation is 10 credit hours, so generally you need to write lesser compared to the full research mode. So it's 10,000 to 12,000 words. But generally, the structure, the chapters of the research and the thesis and the dissertations are similar, are the same. 5 chapters from the introduction to literature review, to methodology, to analysis and data analysis, and then finally the conclusion. So they are the same, but the word count will be different. Okay. So I think there are also questions coming from the Q&A. Okay, so I heard that the Utah postgraduate by mixed mode need to publish papers and attend conference as graduate requirement. Is that true? How about the mixed mode? You mean you heard that for the research mode, need to publish paper and conference? No, actually for both structure A and structure B, you do there's no need for publication as well as conference presentation. But what we have is actually a graduate seminar that we will hold in FCI. Okay, so it's more like an internal seminar things. Okay, but before you submit your dissertation or thesis for Viva, there will be a work completion seminar also. So where we will have assessors coming in to listen to your final work, okay, your writings. So that will serve as something like a graduate seminar, I guess. Okay, but there's none, no need to publish. But we do encourage students, master students, to get their work published. I think that would be great in terms of your academic development. Okay, if you are thinking of progress into PhD study after your master, then the publication will definitely help you a lot. Okay, IELTS requirement is compulsory. Yes, yeah. IELTS requirement is compulsory, and because our program is actually under the code for media and journalism and reporting, so the requirement for English language is actually higher than the other science programs. So our requirement is 6.0 for IELTS and equivalent for other like TOEFL or compulsory. Is there other question? Laila from Facebook or from anywhere?
One more question here. She asked what day and time will be the classes be conducted
Oh,
for
okay.
part-time and also full-time. Yeah.
Okay, most probably maybe that person just came in. So yeah, again, because master programs are targeting working adults mostly, so our classes are mainly during the weekdays, evenings, or weekends, but very rarely. Okay, so for weekday evening classes, the time is from 6:30 to 9:30, 3 hours lecture. So all the core papers, as well as the elective papers, they are all having 3 hours of lecture per course. Yeah. Okay, there are also questions from the Q&A. Any scholarship? Okay, this one I don't think I'm the correct person to answer you. So maybe Laila, you can help.
Okay. Basically, right, we did not offer any scholarship for master student, but basically, student first for financial aid, first one they may withdraw their own EPF for education withdrawal, or student also can apply for the loan, but that one is Kojadi loan, external loan. Actually, PTPTN did not provide their loan for this master in Utah. Other than that, student also can, but this is for the research, student can apply for the research scholarship scheme. So this is only for master by research based lah. Alright, so currently for scholarship, sorry, Utah did not offer any scholarship for master student. Yeah,
okay, if I may add, like what I've said just now during my presentation, if any of the professors or associate professors having some kind of research project and that receive funding from any of the funding bodies and they need research assistant, you can also apply to work for them. So that will give you some form of monthly allowance. I think normally range between like around 2,000 or less. Okay, so that could probably help a bit. But the catch of it is your research or your dissertation will probably have to be similar to the research project that's been done by the professor. So in terms of research area, it will be quite restricted in a sense.
Yeah, Mr. Bay, one more question here. Asking, say that, so he asked if, let's say, I'm from other state, from Johor actually. Not, is it not possible for him to taking up this program? Actually, he interested the mixed mode one. So yeah,
Okay.
maybe Mr. Bay.
Okay. For mixed mode or for any of the program, you will need to meet up. First of all, you need to attend classes. So if the classes are conducted in a physical form, like in the classroom, then of course you have to be physically here to attend the classes. Okay, but again, for RMCO period, for this pandemic period, all the classes will be online. So for time being, yes, you may actually attend the courses online, but once everything go back to normal, and I don't know when, then you will have to attend physically the classes. Okay. And in terms of the meeting up with your supervisors when you're doing your dissertation, then generally the supervisors would prefer to see you face to face. So then in that case, you probably have to travel twice a month to come for the meeting. Okay. So for that, the only thing that we can probably help you with, if you sign up for the mixed mode and you need to attend classes, what you can do is to talk to me or talk to the lecturers and arrange for weekend classes. Then that will allow you time to travel from Johor to KL to attend the classes in the weekends when you're not working. Yeah. Okay, that's a question from at the Q&A. The subjects taken need to sit for exam, and how is the passing grade? What happened if I fail? Okay. Different courses will be different. Some courses will have 40% final exam. Some courses will have 30% final exam. Some courses are full coursework, 100% coursework with no exam. So it really depends on which course that you are taking, you're talking about. And okay, maybe I should talk about the full research mode first. Full research mode, you need to take two compulsory courses. One is the communication theory, the other one is the communication research methods. So these two courses will have exam to sit for, but there will not be grade awarded to the courses. In other words, it's either pass or fail. So to pass, you need 50 marks to pass. Okay, so that's for full research mode structure A. For structure B, all of the courses will have grading to the courses. So core subjects as well as the elective courses will all have grades. So the grades will be following same thing to pass. You need to score a minimum of 50, and then it goes on by every 5 marks for each grade. Okay, so yeah, so what happens if you fail? If you fail, then what will happen is you need to retake that course in another semester. You have to retake that course. But also, I think for mixed mode structure B students, it is important that you know your average GPA for each trimester will have to be a minimum of 3.0 and above. So, which is B, grade B and above. Okay, so in average, for example, if you're taking 3 courses that trimester, in average, if you're scoring a B and above, B, B plus, A minus, A plus, then you're safe. But if in average that semester's GPA are below 3.0, then we will put you in a probation list. Okay, so similarly, towards the end of your core subjects and everything, when you need to start your dissertation, you will need a minimum of 3.0 for your CGPA in order to progress to dissertation. Okay, so that it's a bit complicated, but if you start the programs, then we can talk more. I can guide you through the whole thing. I hope that's clear enough. And during this pandemic time, all the final exams has been replaced by final assessment, where the students will be given online exam, okay, to take. So yeah, you sit for the final assessment, but you do not need to physically sit for the final exam. Yeah. Any other question?
Mr. Bay, maybe we take this one more last question.
Sure.
She said, if I already have the research topic, so what should I do?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, because we don't know whether she's interested in taking the full research mode or the mixed mode, right? Okay, so if you have a very clear direction of what you want to do for your dissertation or for your thesis, the best thing to do is to approach. You can approach me. Okay, I can suggest some of the lecturers or the potential supervisors that can guide you or supervise you on your research topic. Then you can discuss and chat, seek advice from them. Okay, so that's one way. And if you are planning to take full research mode structure A, then in that case, when you submit your application, after you have been successfully enter this program, then you can start also talk to me. I will link you up with the supervisors as well. Okay. Yeah, I think that will be the answer. Hopefully it answers the question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bay, for the sharing session and also the answer, the Q&A session. Guys, sorry we cannot answer all of your questions. So if you have any questions, so after this, just I repeat again, just contact us. Either you can WhatsApp to these two numbers, 011-1062-3354 or 011-1062-4335. We try our best to answer all your questions. And also, you can also go to the Facebook Utah for You, and also WeChat at UtahNet. And also, please log into our website, study@utah.edu.my. All right. So, if you would like to have some question, if you have any question you would like us to maybe assist you, just also email to us at ipsr@utah.edu.my and also postgrad@utah.edu.my. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us today. All right. Stay safe, stay tuned, and have a nice day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.